In this video, I'm about to explain how I created this molecule particle system animation using Geometry Node in Blenders. And let's get started. The first time I created this video, it's not for tutorial videos. It's absolutely just my own personal documentation. Like I want to explain how I make this, like why I use this node, like how this workflow system, like it's my way to learn because I absolutely is still learning in Geometry Node, but I think it's okay to make it in public. And if you learn something from this video, well, it's good for you and enjoy. All right, the first things, why I made this Geometry Node, like this particle system is absolutely Blender have it in default in their software. Like you in the settings, there's particle system, and you I could easily make this particle animation similar like that. And the answer is just because I need the more portable and uh easy to use things. Like this part you need to setting, like you need to understand their parameter. Well, that's make me confused. Like, not every parameter I understand. That's why I make this geometrical system. So I made this my own, and I know how it works clearly. And when in the future I have some project in for, and I need this kind of animation, I just could make it in easily, like more flexible. I think the geometry node also have the possibility to make something more incredible. Like the possibility to improve something is unlimited. Like that's I guess that's it. That's why I need to make this skeleton node system. All right, and now we see here our lovely cube, and but we don't need it absolutely. We use curve in this geometry nodes as our basic uh, transform. Here we need to transform it. I want to custom in this path maybe. Maybe this we just basic like this. Okay, maybe this enough. And now we need to make our chemistry node there and try to maintain a particle system here. System. Alright, now we see that. And we don't use this. We use points instead first. And now we try to connect in here. And this is our points here. But we just only could control the position like this, and the radius as the scale of these points, but we don't need it yet. Instead we use the set position node. All right, this, and we need to control our point along the curve that we already create using sample curve here and here, and our connect our geometry to curve. So but we need to make sure that this have to be float here. And now don't forget to this make the output as the position to the position. So the points there, points is follow along the curve. And the factor there is only 0 and 1, and the length is depends on how long your curve. But in this project we only need the factor for the flexibility in the future, and you will see later. And we could increase the points count here absolutely, but when you see this, the points is not increased at all. We don't see any points there. We just only see 1 point. It's because every point is still in the same position, so we need to customize it. Lead could use random curve here and then failure, and now you see their position is randomized there, and this was we could control it, but it's not enough. We need to use synth node, so there we could see the points is moving automatically. And how to use that? We use math node is add, and we could pass it here, and we use scene time, maybe seconds, and we see when we play it's moving. But there's not looping. That's not we want. To make it loops, we could use for module here, truncated modulo. It's the good node to make the loops, because every time the point goes to how much the value, it's still turn back again to 0 to 1, 0 to 1, and again and again and again. Instead, you could use the fraction tool, fraction nodes too. Like this, and you see it's the same result absolutely. Okay, well, it's same, so I maybe I will just fraction in these nodes, and we got our points movement here. And the next thing, we need to spread our points there, so it will look more natural, not only in one line. We could use in here, but for the good looks, maybe we could use the set position again and make it, and we transform the offset here. All we need to do is the random value absolutely. Random value here, and we see here our point is spread loss. That's, and to easily control this, you could use group input here. You make group input here. Alright, we got there, and all we need to do is to control our minimum and maximum value for easier using multiply math nodes here. Okay, so we could put the value here, and we could control the maximum value. So, but for the best output, we make it in the single film first. Okay, and we see here for the proportional preview there, we make the minimum is as opposite of the maximum value, so we need to multiply it with -1 here, and it's so cool here absolutely. And then we need to rename it our value as a spread maybe. Okay, here we go, and when we control this, we make it more perfect there. Okay, we got our point there, right? Well, we maybe make it more clean here, or says maybe like this. So you could make it more better there. And the next thing we need to do is to make the natural movement of the points there. Alright, I forgot to control our point speed. We could use here as a method called multiplying, and in there we able to control our value. Okay, right, this is more better, and I will put as the group input here. Okay, we call it a speed. All right, yeah, there you go. You could call it as the velocity, so it's whatever. Okay, make it controllable again. Oh man. Okay, there you go. And we got the point spread lots. Alright, and the next thing, we need to control the movement speed, but it's more randomness. We use a positional game, and we need to control the offset as using mesh texture. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's, and then we control our passive parameter here, so it more make sure it's the color nodes. Okay, here. Alright, I think it's more better movement for each particle, and we could make it more better using We're using our scenes net. There we go. So it's move more better. We could control speed toggle. Alright. And we put it in the group effort. And here we call it as a wave velocity. Alright. There we go. Check the single value, and the final things we need to do is to control each point's instances. Use an instance of points there, and we have to put the instance. I may be using echo spear there. Alright, we control the radius here. Alright, until it's more better, and we control the scale. We use a random value. Alright, now you see that if there is weird things, but we could adjust it with separate XYZ nodes. And there you go. They are more proportional. Or look to that. And then we have to put it in group input layer. Okay. It's minimum scale and maximum scale. No. Alright. Set is at single frame, and there go. We got this all. We got our particle system so easy, so we able to customize it. Customize our position. So looks like this. Very cool. I think that's all for this animation, simple animation. You could, and maybe you need to set the material. You can directly doing here. Atau budget warmer kita dengan search control. And you don't see anything there because you have to put it on your geometry not there. Submaterial. There you go. You got your particle animation. This is very cool. You could. Alright, I forgot to set the spread. Alright, here you come here, and you could compile your spread. So very nice. You can make everything beautiful here from this geometry node system. Alright, that's it. Alright, you got your particle system animation. And if you find this video helpful for you, don't forget to like and let me know in the comments. And if not, so whatever you want to do. Okay, and that's it. Let's connect on my Instagram. If you want this geometry node, maybe just send me your Instagram account in the comments. I will send you by direct message. That's it. See you on the other videos.